Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Big smile on my face here in the streets of Berlin. Celtic 3, Rangers 0. I thought I'd jump on for a quick match reaction. I've had a few pints. It's not quite the steaming match reaction that we done a couple of weeks ago for the Hibs game. I'm a bit more sober than that. I've had a couple of pints. You've got to enjoy yourself. You know, the weather has been... It doesn't look at here, right? I know I picked the least aesthetic place that I could for this match reaction, but it's quiet, it's easy. But the weather's nice, the holidays popping off. I seen CM Punk last night. I'm happy. The serotonin levels are through the fucking roof. And we just watched Celtic dominate Rangers once again. So we've got to talk about it. We've got to talk about it very briefly. I'm going to try and keep this a shorter match reaction than I normally would do. And when I'm back home tomorrow night, don't worry, we'll be right on the channel to talk about it a bit more in depth, and we'll be in to talk about it in a better fashion than this. I know, quality's not great when I do it through the phone. My haunch, I forgot my wee, I've got a wee tripod, and I forgot to bring it. I forgot to lift it to bring it to the pub. So I'm going rogue with the right hand. That sounds strange. I'm going rogue with the right, and it's hurting. So I'm shaking, and forgive me for that. Like and subscribe. Let's talk about the game, shall we? It's once again another one of those derbies where Celtic haven't played their best, and yet they have dominated, humiliated and battered Rangers. It's men against boys, quite simply, is what it is. Celtic don't need to play their best anymore in these games. Rangers are nowhere near us. It's as simple as that. They're nowhere near us. And I don't say that in a cocky way. I don't say that in a very ignorant, green-tinted specs way. It's just the case at the minute. Rangers and Celtic are two completely different clubs on and off the park. Celtic are being run incredibly well. Rangers are being run to the ground. On the park, Celtic are playing some beautiful, gorgeous football. Rangers are lumping the ball up the park and hoping for the best. They got their win against Ross County last week. It gave them confidence going into this week. Where did it get them? Absolutely fucking nowhere. They were nowhere near us. They couldn't lay a glove on us. And don't get me wrong, Rangers probably could have scored a couple today. There was chances for them. But the difference in quality is frightening. And I think that's one of the... I'm going to have to switch hands. I'm going to have to... This is rookie stuff, but I hope you forgive me. I think one of the biggest differences between Celtic and Rangers at the minute, and one of the things that is evident when you watch these games, is the ability to score a good goal. Rangers don't have it in them to go out there and score a great goal. I think that they need to count their luck on occasions. I think they need to hope for Celtic to make a mistake, and they need to capitalise on it. Whereas even with the offside goal that Celtic scored today, the first goal of the game, which was ruled off for being offside by a toenail, even in goals like that, and even in moments like that, Celtic show real serious quality. They can build something out of nothing from the back, from Kasper Schmeichel all the way forward. They can play some seriously sexy football. Rangers don't have that in their squad. There is a massive difference in quality between the two teams at the minute. And that was on show today because Celtic were nowhere near their best. And I'm not going to say that they were great, because they weren't. I expect to see better from Celtic. Days like today make you wish that Celtic went out and played their best so that we could win 6 or 7-0. Because Celtic have that in them. They could win 6 or 7-0 if they wanted to, but the performance was poor overall in the 90 minutes, I would say. I don't think by any means it was great, but they weren't forced to play great by Rangers, because Rangers are just a poor side. They're not great at the minute. And because of that, Rangers don't force Celtic to go out there and play really good football. But we still find a way. We still found... There's a wasp right in my face. Pardon me. Jesus. Celtic got an incredible first goal. A first goal that was really, really good and really well worked. A second goal that was once again really well worked. And a third goal that was an absolute screamer from Callum McGregor from outside the area. He's continuing that trend of scoring screamers this season. And Rangers just can't do that at the minute. And it might be brutal. And I think for Rangers fans, it's something that some of them... I think a lot of them are actually acknowledging it at this point. I see the difference in the comment section in my channel, for example. Even close pals who are Rangers supporters. I think a lot of them acknowledge this, but there's still some blind Rangers fans who just don't want to admit it. They're poor. They're really poor. And it's men against boys every time Celtic play Rangers at the minute. Long may it continue, because I bloody love it. different background. The Wasps were getting to me, I had to move. Let's go back to the start, because first half, Celtic started the game really badly. I think in the opening 10 or so minutes there was I wouldn't say I was concerned with how we started the game. I was just more surprised that Rangers looked the better team in the first 10 minutes. I think if you're being honest about that, you have to say that Rangers did look better in the opening 10 or so minutes until Celtic managed to find a way to unlock the defence and get out from the back. This is the thing, Rangers are caught in this horrible situation at the minute where Celtic are too good at beating the press. Celtic are really, really good at beating the press, which means that even out of nothing we can create something, and Rangers don't have the quality, I think, to deal with that ability of Celtic's. They started the game better, but it didn't distract Celtic from going up. The first goal getting disallowed, it's just one of the examples of how football's been ruined by the VAR decisions and the goal, the close look at offsides. It's just annoying, you know. It's a toenail off, and it's chopped off. We make up for it. We find the first goal, which is once again another tremendous bit of play. Dyson Maeda on the end of it and puts us up 1-0. I want to talk specifically about one player, and I would feel terrible if I never spoke about him in depth in this video, in this shorter match reaction, this poorer quality of a match reaction while I'm away. Paulo Bernardo. Oh my heavens above, what a performance from him today. In the first 45 he was tremendous. He was a joy to watch. I was mesmerised by everything that he was doing. He looked like a carbon copy of Matt O'Reilly out there. From a distance you would probably actually think that it was in fact Matt O'Reilly who was playing. He was really, really good. He plays like that every week. Arnie Engels is going to struggle to get into this side. I actually think there's a conversation that you can, because I think Rio Hatate was really poor today. I think there's a conversation that you could have that the midfield three for the next couple of weeks could arguably be McGregor, Engels and Bernardo, because Bernardo's performance just doesn't justify being dropped. It doesn't justify giving Engels that next opportunity. So it's a really difficult one to navigate from a squad depth point of view, because you want to give everybody their turn, you want to give them their minutes. But Bernardo today for me was just absolutely remarkable. I really enjoyed watching him, and you know, he's been given that opportunity today. He's been given that moment in a big game against Rangers, and now he's performed well against Rangers on a number of occasions. You know, he was the one that shot in the cup final that led to Adam Ida's feet. He's the one that scored in the Hogmanay game. It was an absolute cracker. He's turned up against Rangers a number of times. He'll be thinking to himself, Brendan, I should be starting. You don't need £11 million on the Engels, and he was out there showing that today. He took his opportunity really, really well, and I can't give him enough credit for that. But generally, first half, listen, there's not too many negatives to talk about. Scales recovered really, really well from a poor start. I thought once Celtic had to do more defending in the game, I thought he looked a lot better. It's just that passing out from the back, that actually the ball playing side of being a centre half, that's where Scales struggles from a defensive point of view. I thought he had a good game. I can't really moan about many. As I said, I think Hatate was maybe the poorest player for me in the pitch today. But first half was just absolutely delicious from Celtic as per usual. And then the second half was just more of the same. We get the job done. Rangers can't get back into the game. We got to see Arnie Engels. We got to see Luke McCowan. I wish that we could have seen Austin Trusty and of course Alex Baye as well, but you know, you will see them with time. There's a lot of games to play this season. There's 8 games in the European competition alone. We'll get to see them, but we're on top, and that's what matters most. You know, it is men against boys. Celtic are now 5 points clear of Rangers in the league, and I think there's a serious conversation to say that Celtic could finish 10, 15 points clear of Rangers this season. We are miles ahead of them. And the board done good on deadline day to get a couple of key signings in the door. We could put them in the background for a long, long time if we really play our cards right. So yeah, I'm excited to see how the next couple of games go. There's a duck. Very cute. I'm excited to see how the next couple of games go and how we build from here. But listen, couldn't ask for a better derby performance. No, I could. I'm lying when I say I couldn't ask for a better derby result. I could ask for a better derby performance. I'm absolutely lying. Do you mind? Fucking hell. This is why this is why I've made it a condensed match reaction. It's just not the same, is it? I feel terrible. I feel like I'm cheating you out, but I'm on my holidays. You know. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for being patient with me while I've been away. We will, as I said, dive into this game more tomorrow. Get it up them. That's all I can say. It's great being a Celtic fan at the minute. We're in a proper special time to be a Celtic supporter, and the atmosphere sounded great at Celtic Park this afternoon. I really do wish I was there. I can't wait to be back at Celtic Park. I can't wait to be at the next derby as well. I feel like I really missed out today. So yeah, Brendan, I love you. Brendan, he owns this city, man. He just owns this city. He's a fucking god. And he's rent-free in Rangers, not just their heads and their brains, but just in their whole setup as a football club. Brendan Rodgers owns Rangers Football Club. It's as simple as that, and long may it continue. Build the statue and build it high. I absolutely love him. That's where I'm going to wrap it up today. Thank you for watching. Thank you for taking part in today's weird match reaction. Thank you to everybody who's become a channel member so far. There will be exclusive content on the channel member service. If you haven't signed up already, please go down below, hit the join button, have a look at what you're being offered, and maybe we can have more channel members to have a behind this, an exclusive laugh at Rangers. It's always nice. Love Celtic. Love them. Love you, Brendan. Take care, like, subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.